Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. All of the cyclicals are going up. This is already becoming clear. Mag 7 has been in the lead. It might go down a little, but the other stocks, the cyclical stocks, will start to catch up, and there will be less spread out among them. Everyone is scared that the market will crash because only a few stocks are going up. That's what it always does. All of those stocks will go up when the market gets better. All of these stocks are affected by the business. The market will buy up the rest of these stocks, and the gaps will get smaller. Raoul, founder and CEO of True Vision, has talked about the banana zone, the business cycle, global liquidity, and the prices of crypto assets for a long time. The former executive at Goldman Sachs says that the world liquidity cycle, the US election cycle, and the cryptocurrency market cycle are all closely linked. For as long as the market needs it, central banks will print money. Powell thinks that these rescue operations happen about every 3.5 to 5 years, and since 2008, they have pretty much set the regular ups and downs in the business cycle and the financial markets. When central banks print fiat currencies, they lose value and asset prices rise, which makes it look like there are bull markets when things get too hot. To keep prices from going too high and causing bear markets, they stop printing money and take away some of the liquidity. But then the cycle starts all over again, and the prices of all assets go up against this base of paper currency. Some currencies, especially those with longer-term trends, do much better than others. One example is the dollar sum asset. This is the best way to describe the cryptocurrency market, which is why it has done so much better than other asset types in central banks' balance sheets over. In his most recent video broadcast, Powell said that we are almost at the start of another time of huge outperformance. He said that the prices of crypto assets will likely go through the roof as central banks start another round of devaluing their currencies to support their economies. This time frame is known as the banana zone by Powell. He thinks that the prices of crypto assets will change wildly and quickly, and the market will grow from just over $2 trillion to at least $122 trillion next year. We're showing you parts of Powell's video plea. That which you do on YouTube helps the site's algorithm and your channel grow. Thanks, and have fun with the movie. The economy drives it, and I'll show you some of this stuff in a moment. Technology drives it too, with robots, robo-taxis, self-driving cars, and all of that. But this is the heavy anchor, and when the economy gets better, it makes this one go up. Before you know it, this is why Tesla has these messy sideways and consolidated down markets and then speeds up for the upside. It comes from how the two stories are told. Everything comes when they get into phase. I'll show you that phasing in a moment. I'm going to show you this right now because it's on the platform. Wow, that's really cool. So Julian Biddle and I. Julian is this, well, you know what he's putting on a beard like mine. This Swiss guy who acts like he's American is like this. He also acts like he's a nice guy, but he's not. No, he's not stupid, he's a genius. I love him. For those of you who haven't seen it or who are watching on Real Vision, here is the platform. You look at this all day. But I need to get to our macro tool in the data center, which is down here on the left. Julian made this macro tool for everyone. It's free for Real Vision Plus users. But anyone who has paid for the service gets it. It's also a part of a bigger event. This does, however, show where you stand in the secular cycle, the cash cycle, and the business cycle. I think it's the most powerful thing I can give you all. So secular cycle, let's talk about what they are and how they work. And then there are the Nasdaq's long-term trends. You can see how this works since I just put in log regression. As it goes to the top, it gets overbought, and then it sells off. Basically, it's a move toward adopting new technology. Bitcoin is the same, but with bigger changes and a steeper slope. In other words, a neutral trend. Asia is the other major global trend I keep an eye on. India has a great log trend. It doesn't make us buy too much. We haven't had a bubble period yet. Oh my God, what a beautiful market. We haven't had the 2 standard deviations yet, which would be the green line. Those are the clear markets that are following a steady trend. After that, let's check in on the broader season. That's it for the season talk. Spring, summer, winter, and fall are the same months in crypto. Inflation is going down, growth is going up, and spring is a disinflationary boom. That's kind of, things are about to get rough. The rates of change of inflation are what we mean when we talk about inflation here. We lived here until about March. You'll see it in a moment. After that, the rate of change in inflation is getting less fast. All of that is going up. That's the rising price of goods, which is summer. No longer does it cause inflation. Inflation is not going to come back. All of that nonsense from the 1970s has no place in the present. It's just Goldilocks. The rate of change of growth then slows down a bit in the fall. That's still Goldilocks, but the orange light is on at that time. This is the fraction of countries, so take a look. We look at everything around us to find this out. Behind all of this is a lot of complicated math, but we did it all for you, right down to the registration. 53% of the countries we keep an eye on are now in a macro summer, while 25% are in a spring. That's going down as people move into summer. 12.5% of those in the winter are very small. Then there aren't many in the fall. It shows that spring has left its full mark on us. There are other ways to look at it. The US is now in the summer. This is when the banana zone takes place. This happens around the same time that elections do every 4 years. It doesn't mean the market will go straight up or down, but you tend to do pretty well. The Nasdaq is up this year, if I look at it. 13% was somewhat fixed and was up about 18%. It's likely to be up 30 or more percent by the end of the year. That's kind of a summer thing that everyone does. In late summer, crypto goes crazy. The really interesting mark is summer. As things get more interesting, the summer in the euro area too. China is in the summer, but there are parts of full I. It's not that growth is a little too slow. We know they've been going back and forth between recessionary and growth situations. They need to do something about it, which is what the boost is for, and we're already seeing it from China. It's possible that the spot Ethereum ETFs that were just approved will have a rough start, like the spot Bitcoin ETFs did in January. But James Sartre and Eric Balounis, two experts at Bloomberg ETF, say that things will quickly change in the next few weeks and ETH prices will go through the roof. On their first day of trade, spot Ethereum ETFs brought in $17 million, which was more than the $84.15 million they lost. With $266.25 million, BlackRock's ETH had the most valuable coin on the first day. Eric Balounis, James's co-worker, quoted the tweet in a later post that said, "The new 8 having raised $590 million on its first day is a huge amount more than I thought. The new 9 in the BTC race raised $720 million. So ETH was 83% of that it needed because the ETH unlock was also bigger than I thought. The price of Ethereum and ETFs will go through the roof once the grayscale bleed is fixed. The first few days will be rough though." Let's watch Pal's video again. I'm going to post a trade idea on the site. If you're new to Real Vision or haven't used the deal ideas yet, you should check it out. Because I'm going to put something up there for sure. We'll see what the idea is. I guess there are some chances though. I only want you to use this part. The worth of this grows as we use it and make it better, even though there are hundreds of you that are reading this. 20,000 people getting an idea from me is not nearly as useful as 20,000 people getting ideas from each other. That's how network effects work. That's what religion is all about. Okay, I guess? To get realvision.com, sign up, do that, and check it out. Let's move on to the questions. Now get more drinks. Make sure you have a snack if you want to do all of that. Have they arrived in New Zealand yet? It looks like you can now open your Sauvignon Blanc. It's about time for you and the Americans, please. You could start with a Manhattan or something else. Drink or whiskey or Scotch neat. Good, it goes better with a snack.